Hey, what's up, guys? This is gonna be a little bit more of a different video compared to what I've had in the past. Um, so this is a story time video, as you could probably tell from the title, about the time I went into an abandoned house. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, set the background a little bit. Me and my friend, about in December, we're gonna call this guy Jacob. We get intel of an abandoned house in our area. We were pretty stoked because we wanted to try urbex. So we decided to go to this house in the middle of the night in like December. So we pull up. He said the entrance that he was told about was next to the garage. There's a big garage door that goes into the garage and just a door on the side that you could walk into, unlocked and everything. Said there was no cameras at this spot. And so we roll up to this place. We walk up. There's a neighborhood, by the way, down that we park at. We park in the neighborhood, walk maybe a quarter of a mile up this hill, and into the front yard, then driveway of this abandoned house. And we try to go to open the garage door, and the door turns, like the doorknob turns, but the door won't open. And it was like something was blocking it from the inside, almost. It was kind of weird. Couldn't get it open. Swore he's been inside. Jacob swore he'd been inside, and he'd explored the place, the rooms. And we were trying to get this door open for 5 minutes. Just pushing. Couldn't get it open. Slamming into it. Couldn't get it open. We were making a lot of noise, so we decided to just call it quits. Go home. Couldn't get in. It's all good. We'll try another time. And then we find out that I have to move. So me and Jacob, same person, group of other friends, decided to get more people and go back to this house to see if we could get in. Because this house, just for some background, it's a huge house. It is 3 stories. It's a mansion in the middle of the country. So we thought that we could go downstairs into the basement area and find a broken window or a broken door to try to get in. So the first night, 2 days from when I had to move, we tried to get into the house. We went with a group of 4 people and, just tried to get in, walk down the path. We didn't try the garage door, but we noticed that it was blown open, like a car had rammed into it or something like that. No clue what happened, but totally blown off the hinges. But we could tell there was still something blocking it, so we didn't bother going to it. There was also a camera there. It's an old CCTV camera that we realized after we left the house this past time. So that's why I'm not in jail. Anyways, we walk down these steps that are crazy overgrown. They have ivy all over them. And we see this red SUV. And one of our friends, I'm going to call him Schmidt. Schmidt started just freaking out, wasn't down for some reason, just, didn't want to be there anymore. Just, he started saying that he's gonna, if goes down like a horror movie, he's gonna be the first to die and whatever. So he's freaking out. We're trying to calm him down, but he's not having it, and he already wants to go home, and we didn't want to ruin his night. So we decided to just turn around and go home. Then the next day, we were pretty bummed out that we didn't get to go in, Schmidt included, actually. So we got one more person to come with us and decided that no matter what happened, we were going to be getting this house, even if it meant we had to break down a door or a window. So, we park in this same neighborhood back. We got 5 guys walking up this time, and people started doing shots just to loosen up their spirits, I guess. I wasn't doing any because I had to drive. Be responsible, don't drink and drive. Anyways, they were doing shots on the way up, loosening up, and we got to the house. So we walked down the driveway all stealthily. This time we actually came prepared. Everyone had hoodies and hats on. So it was like a CIA mission to this house. Um, we walk in to the area where the red SUV was, and one new person that wasn't there last night. We were showing him the SUV and everything, and then all of a sudden, we hear sirens, and then so we hear a police siren in the distance go off, and then we hear a second police siren. Now these were about 5 seconds apart, so the first one goes off, and we're like, someone's getting pulled over, and then the second one goes off, and we're like, oh, something bigger is happening. Oh, we're trying to get into a house. That is abandoned. So maybe, silent alarm or something went off. So we all freak out and we run up these steps. People fall, trample each other. Some of us got cut up by the overgrowth, and we ran into this cornfield next to this house. And eventually the cop sirens passed by, not on by the road by us to the house, but they were distant. They're pulling someone over, chasing someone. But we were about to go home. Everyone was terrified. Not everyone. Some people were a little bit buzzed, so terrified that cops were gonna come or whatever. But I assured everyone that they are going to something that's away. So it's honestly a better time to do it because they're focused on something else and not stupid teenagers trying to get into an abandoned house. So we very much more carefully this time decided to continue. So we walk across the cornfield, back to the house, and back to the red SUV. Now, at this red SUV, I'll put up a video of everything from now on that I have videos of, just so you guys can get an idea of what the house looks like and everything. We walk past it, and we're trying to get to the basement for a possible door or window. We haven't been in the house yet, so we don't know if there's a way in. And then we see some broken windows, so there's hope, but there's still stuff blocking the window, so we didn't want to have to break anything. And then we saw a broken door. To get to this door, we had to climb over couches and chairs and kitchen appliances that were thrown out the second story windows. But we get inside, and it is an unfinished basement. There's no drywall. It's just 2x4 like skeleton basement. There's some stuff on the ground, and I go in. First thing I see is this newspaper. So we were trying to get stuff off the ground, like old cardboard boxes and books that we found, and trying to get years off of them. And I'm looking at this newspaper. I pick it up, and then I put it back down. And what I didn't see, literally right in front of this newspaper, is this doll. Really freaky, like Victorian, totally haunted looking doll, right? But nothing happens. It didn't like jump out or anything. It was just kind of creepy. We all said hell no. And then we saw stairs going upstairs, so we go upstairs to the second floor. When we enter all the new rooms, we're making sure to clear everything. There's no other people or homeless people in this house with us. So we get upstairs, and immediately it's like, more finished. There's more drywall. Wherever there was drywall, I guess this wasn't the second story. This was like almost the first floor, and just above the basement. Every surface where there's drywall, there's graffiti. Totally graffitied out. Yeah, you can walk past a little bit to the left, and there's this kitchen area. Very nice, huge kitchen. All the cabinets are open, the sink's broken. And then there's this, porch. Big porch. It's where the gray car is under. So we go out in the porch, and in some leaves on this porch is a discarded pair of children's shoes, which really fucked us up. It's really creepy. But we decided to continue. We go back inside the house off this porch. There's a frying pan that was thrown in through a window, which is pretty funny. And go up to the second floor. Or, sorry, not the second floor. We're in the first floor. There's a big living room. And we go to the garage. In the garage, the door that was blocked off from when we first tried to get into the house, it was blocked from the inside, which I don't know who did it. I don't know if the owner came back or if there was a squatter or whatever. But it's blocked off with the washer and dryer, a bunch of doors, and just junk, uh, just blocking this thing off, right? So, kind of sketched this out, but in this garage, there's a really nice supercar. Um, Old supercar though, like maybe early 2000s, late 90s. Uh, can't tell you what it was because it was torn apart again, like all the other cars. Wheels, some of the wheels were gone, badges were taken off, whatever. And we were looking around the garage, and then we decided to go up to the second story. So we walk up the stairs. These stairs have no railings or anything, so we had to like stick to the wall so we wouldn't fall down to the basement floor and probably die. And we get up to the second story, and it's more unfinished walls. You can see a bathroom when you come up there, and there's this floor that's full of I don't know exactly what they were, but it's these little paper pieces that were constantly sent to the house and are just inside in its giant pile, whatever they are. If you walk left, there's a couple rooms. The doors are still attached, and of course they're all closed. So that means we have to go and manually open all these doors, check all these rooms, make sure there's no one in here so we don't go into the far room that was open and get cornered by some homeless dude. So we're popping all these doors open that have like Satan room, devil room, don't enter, get out, all this shit. And, clearing them. In them there's like mattresses, just random discard stuff. Kind of creepy. In the hallway in the corner, there's blankets, pillows, food, wrappers, and stuff. Like someone was living in like the corner. Not in one of the rooms, weirdly, but just in the corner. But we decided to ignore it and continue. Rooms up here had a lot of graffiti. And then after we opened all the doors, there was no one up there. So we decided to go back downstairs, go back through the basement, and head out. And that was it. The cops never came, luckily. So I'm not in jail right now. And if anyone does find out that the house I went into, I'm in almost across the country. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get more stories out when I can. Just make sure if you want to see more, like, subscribe. Thank you for sticking around and watching the video. I'll see y'all later. Hey, real quick, I just realized this while I was editing the video. When we were on the way out, we had to head back to the red car because that's where the steps are. And my friend, before we left, wanted to see if he could pop the hood of this car. So, he went to the driver's side door and I was at the passenger door helping him out. Just trying to figure out the mess of this car because it was totally torn apart on the inside as well. But we were, at this point, a couple weeks graduated from our high school, and we got our caps and gowns and our tassels. Our tassels are white and purple. And I was looking around this car, just looking for stuff while he's trying to figure out how to open the hood. And I see on the mirror a tassel from our school, white and purple. And it didn't have a year on it, but we assumed it went with the rest of the house and it wasn't left by anyone who came, because why would you leave your tassel in the first place? I mean, I feel like that's kind of a good thing to keep. But it's kind of creepy because we realized that whoever lived at this house before us went to our high school at some point. So, yeah, cool little detail. But this is the actual end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.